as a continent has now defined ourselves.
In the news, PDP leaders meet ex-President Jonathan. Northern state governors give reason for visits to Oyo over Shasha crisis. Across Africa, Ebola outbreak leaves 5 dead in Guinea. On the international scene, army promises new elections amid protests in Myanmar. In business, inflation rises to 16.47% in Nigeria. And on the entertainment scene, Nollywood actor Victor Decker is dead. In sports, Arsenal to investigate Aubameyang over alleged tattoo breach. Details. Hello and welcome to TOS TV, your digital-first Pan-African news network. I am Osaze Isesale and this is TOS News 360. Governors of Niger, Zamfara and Kano states said they came to Ibadan on the bill of the Nigerian Governors Forum to identify with Sheyi Makinde and sympathize with those who suffered losses in the Shasha market crisis in the city. Kebbi Governor Atiku Bagudu disclosed this while addressing stakeholders at the home of Sarki Shasha on Tuesday. Bagudu said Makinde had been in touch with his brother governors since the crisis broke out to gain their understanding and ensure no reprisal attack is carried out in the north. From what we gathered, we saw that there is an underlying issue about who controls the market. Such issues are best appreciated by participants. We have lived together for so long as brothers and sisters. We must come together and resist those who want to wreck people's lives and destroy their means of livelihood, he said. Leaders of the People's Democratic Party met with former President Goodluck Jonathan on Tuesday. Former Senate President Bukola Saraki made this known via a tweet. The video accompanying the tweet showed Jonathan exchanging pleasantries with the PDP leaders. Saraki noted that the meeting was to resolve challenges in the party. A top-ranking member of the People's Democratic Party who spoke on condition of anonymity said, and I quote, "There is more to that meeting than meets the eye, because President Jonathan was neither at their last caucus meeting nor was he at the National Executive Council meeting. Whatever it is, it will soon come out in the open," he said. Former Governor of Ogun State, Otumba Benga Daniel, has joined the ruling All Progressive Congress, APC. Benga was a front-row member of the main opposition party, People's Democratic Party, PDP, having led the campaign team of defeated presidential candidate Abubakar Atiku. Daniel is expected to pick up the membership card of APC before the registration of new members closes today. In a statement, Daniel apologized to his former party for the short notice, saying that his support for the Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun was a pointer. He explained that the decision took a speedy curve with the request of the National Caretaker Chairman of APC and the visit of 3 other governors. This is your digital-first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You are watching TOS News 360. Stay tuned for more national stories. Welcome back. The screening of Abdul Rashid Bewa, the newly appointed substantive chairman of Nigeria Anti-Graft Agency, EFCC, will be done in plenary. The Senate President Ahmed Lawan made this known after he read President Muhammadu Buhari's letter to the Senate at the start of the plenary on Tuesday. The President's media aide Femi Adesina, who made the first announcement on Tuesday, said the nominee is a trained EFCC investigator with vast experience in the investigation and prosecution of advanced fee fraud cases, official corruption, bank fraud, money laundering, and other economic crimes. Although no date was announced for the screening, the nominee is expected to appear before lawmakers in the Red Chamber, where they will grill him regarding his capacity to serve. The Federal High Court in Abuja on Tuesday dismissed a suit seeking an order restraining Mohammed Adamu from parading himself as the Inspector General of Police (IGP). Justice Ahmed Mohammed gave the ruling following a motion ex parte filed by Maxwell Opara, a legal practitioner, and argued by his lawyer Ugochukwu Ezekiel. Opara sued Presidents Muhammadu Buhari, Mohamed Adamu, the Attorney General of the Federation, and the Ministry of Justice as first to fourth defendants, respectively. Opara in the motion had prayed the court for an order restraining Adamu from parading himself as IGP and order for abridgment of time within which the defendants should respond to the application. However, Justice Mohammed held that since all the defendants had already been served with the originating process of the suit, it would be unfair to grant the ex parte motion when the defense had within 30 days to respond to the main suit. The judge adjourned the matter until February 24th for continuation of hearing. In a bid to encourage the prosecution of human rights cases, the Federal High Court has abolished the charging of all forms of fees in relation to such cases. A circular conveying the court's new position issued by an Assistant Chief Registrar Litigation, Jane Egbo, upon the directive of the Chief Judge, Justice John Soho, was made public on Tuesday. The circular titled Monetary Claims and Default Fees in Fundamental Right Applications reads, and I quote, that henceforth monetary claims and default fees in respect of fundamental human rights applications should no longer be charged. Be so informed and comply accordingly. This is your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You are watching TOS News 360. Up next, developments across Africa and the international scene after the break. Do stay tuned. Thanks for staying tuned. Now across Africa, Chad plans to deploy 1,200 troops to combat armed groups in a violence-racked Sahel border zone as France eyes a reduction of its military presence in the vast volatile region. Burkina Faso, Chad, Mali, Mauritania, Niger, and France are holding talks on the future of their military campaign against violent groups in the Sahel, which according to the UN have killed thousands and displaced more than 2 million. The Chadian soldiers will be deployed to the border zone between Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, Chad's President Idriss Déby Itno said on Twitter during the two-day regional summit on Monday. Guinea has recorded up to 10 suspected cases of Ebola, with 5 people dead since the start of a new outbreak of the deadly virus in the southeast of the West African nation, medical authorities said on Tuesday. Guinea's Ministry of Health said it has identified 115 contacts of the known cases in the city of Zerikore in the country's southeast and 10 in the capital Conakry since the outbreak was confirmed on Sunday. Guinea authorities have said that they are better prepared to stop the spread of the virus. And now moving on to the international scene, Yemen's military has repeated its promise to hold new elections and relinquish power as anti-coup protests continue across the country. Army spokesman Brigadier General Zhao Mintun once again claimed that the military took control after alleged voter fraud but did not provide any evidence. In the military's first news conference since toppling the government, spokesman Zhao Mintun said the armed forces would not remain in power for long and promised to hand power back to the winning party following a planned election. He did not provide a date for the vote. Meanwhile, police in Myanmar filed a new charge against ousted leader Aung San Suu Kyi, her lawyer said Tuesday, which may allow her to be held indefinitely without trial. Lawyer Kim Wang Zhao told reporters that meeting with a judge in a court in the capital, Naypyidaw, that Suu Kyi has been charged with violating Article 25 of the Natural Disaster Management Law, which has been used to prosecute people who have broken coronavirus restrictions. Students shouted slogans outside the Delhi police headquarters on Tuesday demanding the release of a 22-year-old environmentalist accused of sedition for an outline document in support of farmers' protest. Police say Disha Ravi, a leader of the local arm of climate change campaigner Greta Thunberg's advocacy group, created and shared a toolkit on an action plan that has used to foment violence in Delhi last month during the protest. Her supporters have denied she did anything illegal and said the toolkit was an information pack about the protest, which erupted late last year to demand a rollback of 3 new agricultural laws and was not designed to incite violence. This is your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You are watching TOS News 360. Up next is business, entertainment, and sports. Welcome back. You're still watching TOS News 360. Now we'll move on to business. Nigeria's Consumer Price Index (CPI), which measures inflation, increased by 16.47% year-on-year in January 2021. This is 0.71 percentage points higher than the rate recorded in December 2020, 15.75%. This is according to the latest Consumer Price Index report released by the National Bureau of Statistics. According to the report, Nigeria's headline inflation has risen to its highest in over 3 years, while food inflation rose to its highest since July 2008, when it stood at 20.9%. The food index rose sharply to a record high to stand at 20.57% in January 2021. The all items less farm produce or core inflation, which excludes the prices of volatile agricultural produce, stood at 11.85% in January 2021. Kogi State led the list of states with the highest inflation in January 2021 with 21.38%. Now to the entertainment scene. Nollywood actor Victor Decker, renowned for his role as the Galadima of the Kowa Emirate Council in the Sons of the Caliphate series, is dead. He was 72. His daughter Stephanie broke the news on Facebook on Tuesday morning. Until his death, Decker was a member of the Abuja branch of the Actors Guild of Nigeria. The deceased rose to the limelight after starring in several movies, including If I Am President and Lotana. Now in sports, Arsenal will remind Captain Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang of his responsibilities after a video emerged of the forward getting a tattoo, which could be a breach of coronavirus restrictions. Tattoo artist Alejandro Nicolas Bernal posted the social media clip on February 9th where Aubameyang is seen to get a new tattoo on his hand. England has been under a national lockdown for nearly 2 months to try and bring down COVID-19 infection rates. It is unclear when the incident took place, but Arsenal confirmed they had spoken to Aubameyang about it. We will speak to the player to remind him of his responsibilities and establish what has taken place, said an Arsenal spokesperson. And that is TOS News 360 on your digital first Pan-African news network. For more updates, visit www.tostvnetwork.com. Do follow and like TOS TV Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. Do stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television. I am Osal Ze Isesale. Thanks for watching.